Hey everybody, welcome back to Jackson Jet Setting, and today I wanted to talk about the biggest news in the cruise industry over the last week or so, and it is Carnival's decision to ditch its VIFP program and take on a new loyalty program called Carnival Rewards. If you're wondering what's changing with the program, this video is going to detail all the different changes, all the ins and outs of the new program, how you earn these new things called stars, as well as Carnival Rewards points. And I want to get into why Carnival is actually making these changes with a few opinions of my own. So if you're already a subscriber to my channel, thanks a lot for coming back. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found this video, welcome. Give this video a like, consider subscribing. I talk about cruise ships, resorts, all sorts of travel that I do myself, all self-funded. I really appreciate you all taking the time out of your day, and I hope you enjoy the video. So the first change, of course, is that the Carnival VIFP program is getting fully replaced by the Carnival Rewards program. So under the VIFP program, in order to earn status, you had to sail a certain number of nights on board Carnival ships. So one night equaled 1 point, and you kept earning more and more status the more you sailed, all the way up to Diamond. And basically the Carnival Rewards program has changed the way that you earn those status levels now. So no longer are you earning a status point for every night that you spend on board. Instead, you are earning status based on how much you spend with Carnival Cruise Line. And the status that you earn is not for life. This is a huge change, and if you study loyalty programs like I do, I've written about loyalty programs for over a decade now online. You can check out some of my writing on Award Wallet. But a lot of changes in other areas of travel have happened that are similar to this. In the airline industry, you no longer earn status from just how many miles you're flying with the airline. Instead, it's how much you're spending. And so now Carnival is one of the first cruise lines to take this concept to sea. MSC operates in a similar fashion, but the status has been easy to status match into, and you keep your status as long as you are sailing once every 3 years. So basically the Carnival Reward status works like this. You'll earn status over a 2-year period and then keep it for an additional 2 years after that. During that additional 2 years, you'll have to re-earn status. Now, how do you earn status? Well, you have to collect a certain number of stars to reach certain elite levels. You earn 3 stars per dollar on all eligible purchases spent within the Carnival ecosystem, and we'll get into what those purchases actually are, but it's pretty much anything that you spend on board. You also earn a star for every casino point that you earn. So this program is definitely rewarding the casino gamer because you earn a casino point for every $2 wagered on video poker and also the slot machines. You earn points as well on the table games, but that can get a little convoluted. But basically, you can earn status just by gaming in the casino. So this program will not launch until June 1st, 2026, which is very important because you're actually going to have 3 years of provisional status in this program based on the elite level that you had in the VIFP program. So if you're very close to Platinum or Diamond, it may make sense for you to book a few more cruises and get that status level because it's going to be good for 3 additional years. And if you reach Diamond, it's actually good for an additional 6 years. But unfortunately, there's no getting around this. Carnival has jettisoned the lifetime loyalty model that they had, and a lot of people are unbelievably upset over this, and I can completely understand it. I half expected something like this to change because I've noticed on certain sailings that some perks of the higher status levels, Carnival simply couldn't offer because there were too many people of that high status on the sailing. So things like priority embarkation, priority disembarkation, or the laundry benefits, things that people really do want to earn and use on their cruise vacation weren't available. I find taking away benefits without any warning pretty bad. So overall, they had to do something, and this is what they chose to do. I want to save my thoughts for what they should have done for a little bit later in the video, so let's get into how you earn status now under the new program. Red is now basically your entry-level status in the program. It's no longer blue. Blue was basically given to you, and then after that you were red because you got it after your second cruise. If you don't have higher status, you're going to be red, and you're still going to get your 1.5 liter bottle of water. Nothing has really changed with this. Gold status is going to be earned after 10,000 stars. Now, the big change here is that they got rid of the little loyalty pin that you had to go get at the photo desk. To me, that is not a big deal at all, but I know a lot of people like to be recognized for their loyalty, and I can totally understand that. But it's just one little piece of cost that Carnival definitely wanted to eliminate in this new program. Platinum is earned at 50,000 stars, and under Platinum, they're getting rid of some of the parties on longer voyages and instead giving you 2 free drinks per voyage. Overall, this might be a change that people like and some people dislike. It's a little bit more similar to how Royal treats some of their elites, but we get 4 drinks per day on board any Royal Caribbean ship, which is a little bit different than 2 for the entire voyage. And now finally, Diamond status you earn after 100,000 stars. Other one-time perks that you earned once you hit Diamond, like a free specialty restaurant dinner for 2, free 3rd, 4th, and 5th guests in your cabin, as well as a luggage tag set have been jettisoned with this new program as well. And now you'll have what are called milestone rewards. So at 50 nights sailed, you're going to have 5,000 points deposited into your account, and we'll talk about points here in just a second. And at 100 nights, and every 100 nights thereafter, you'll get 10,000 points deposited into your account, as well as a commemorative gift. So how to earn stars. So you'll earn stars on any eligible purchase on board Carnival. So this means any sort of cruise fare minus the taxes and fees, port expenses, that sort of thing. Any of your onboard spending like drink packages, spa services, shopping in the shops, drinks, anything like that, you are going to be able to earn stars. That's earned at 3 stars per dollar. You don't earn stars on those taxes and fees or any flights booked through Carnival, as well as certain charter fares that are available. And there wasn't really clear information on that, but just know that those might be excluded from this. So how much do you need to spend to earn or keep your status in a 2-year period under this new program? So for gold, you'll have to spend $3,333 every 2 years to keep gold. Platinum, you'll have to spend $16,666. And diamond, you'll have to spend $33,333 every 2 years to keep the top tier status. So this program clearly rewarding the big spenders. I'm sure that there are some big spenders that are probably pretty happy by this, but they probably were diamond already. The people that are booking high-end suites on board and spending a lot on board may get those perks even faster, not having to wait to sail so many nights in the old VIFP program. Folks in the Carnival Rewards program will earn 3 points per dollar spent on board Carnival for all those eligible purchases, and those points are rewarded back to you at basically 1 cent per point. And then there's going to be some component tied into the Carnival MasterCard as well. So basically, I think that you're going to get 1 point per dollar spent on the card, similar to how other loyalty programs reward spending on their co-branded card products. So why is Carnival changing their program completely, making all of these folks online super sad and depressed? The big thing is, after the pandemic, Carnival really had to incentivize people to get on board their ships and basically save the company. I mean, cruising was shut down for over a year, and it was really a disaster for the industry. And so the only way to entice people to get back on board was to have super cheap fares and, special promos to basically earn status. And unfortunately, because of that, there are way too many platinum and diamonds to reward the different benefits on board in a sufficient manner. I will say that if there are too many elites, then no one is elite. And so I definitely understand Carnival's thinking about this. I do commend Carnival for trying to fix a problem that they themselves caused, but I don't know if they're going about it in the right way. There's a lot of people that really did take Carnival for their word in terms of loyalty and giving them status for life, and I feel like they feel the same way. I think the best way that Carnival could have dealt with this is keep the same status levels, but then created new status levels that were much higher, moved around some of the benefits, and incentivized people to continue to cruise. Now, there's probably 100 different ways that you could have done this a little bit differently, but from what I've seen online and all the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, people are overall pretty upset. I'm not entirely surprised that Carnival is doing this, and I'm worried that other cruise lines may follow, but maybe some of the backlash will prevent some of the other cruise lines from implementing something like this, at least initially. Now, personally, I do play a little bit in the casino, so I am intrigued that they are roping in a lot of the casino gaming into this new program. And so for me, I think that's actually one way that you can earn status a little bit faster if you are comfortable playing in the casino. Not everyone does that. A lot of people just want to keep their status that they earn over many cruises over many years and feel rewarded and valued by Carnival. And these changes really didn't make them feel that way. So I can definitely understand the frustration there. For me, I'm cautiously optimistic that I'll get a few more benefits out of this program than I initially would have under the VIFP program. I'm just a lowly gold there, so I really am not losing any benefits here. And I think that I could easily earn a higher status a little bit quicker under this new program. So what do you think about the new Carnival Rewards program? Let me know, positive or negative, in the comments. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying the news to you and discussing a few things. I want to hear from you, though. My cruise audience has grown a lot on the channel, and I appreciate you all watching. But thanks a lot, and I'll hear from you in the comments, I'm sure.